Actually, hold on. What am I looking at here? Old Tank, Black Cat Savage. Sign in to confirm that you're not a... The fuck does that mean? Okay, this is the video. Fucking phenomenal. Okay, let's watch this video. Okay. Rin likes to organize a lot of these old tank groups. What do we have? We got 2 Dark Knights, 2 Gunbreakers, one warrior, and 3 paladins. There's a lot of healing. Wait, hold on. Are they just kinda... Or the... Actually, no, should be fine.
Someone say the 5-minute plot.
There's no actual, like,
I'll call them out.
role-specific...
That'll be helpful, thank you.
Yeah, there's no role-specific jobs here, are there? Like, this is just proximity-based. And now they... Wait, that's it. Okay. I don't... Actually, now that I think about it, I don't remember any role-specific jobs here. Tank busters, I guess, but it's like, with 8 tanks, like, who gives a fuck?
From my life 9, my soul I split.
1 to paw. Okay, so they dodge. If it's left first, they're gonna be on Cardinal first. Yeah. Small tip for anyone rating this. Depending which paw she starts first, that is basically how you find the solution the easiest. If you're not a visual learner. If she starts with the left paw, you go on the cardinal. Basically the straight line. If she starts with the right one, you go on intercardinal one. If you are not a visual learner, or like you cannot visualize some of these things. So just connect these 2 things to the mechanic.
Try this.
Thick.
Wait.
Try this.
Those were light parties, weren't they? Double swipe, yeah. Okay, so there are actually... Wait, yeah, no, you're right. There are light parties. So they essentially just spread and solo them. Okay.
You'll miss me.
Hours?
Yep. They're just eating light party stacks like that thing. It's... What was it? It was the Paladin and the Dark Knight.
I'll take it. I'm gonna TDM this.
I also like that all of them are immediately using, like, mitt. Everyone's stacking mitt immediately. So many light ramparts and everything. I like this. This is fun.
I was waiting for the intervention, got it, clicked it off.
Alright.
Oh, I kept the other pieces of it. Yeah. I just clicked off the one intervention 10%. Which actually works out so perfectly. 2 times.
Twice.
Wait, roll stat. Oh, actually, they're... Now that I think about it, if they're surviving light party stacks, if I remember right, are like around 220k each? Ish? Maybe more. Like, no, actually, no, that's more. Around 360k? I don't remember the numbers. It's been a while since I was in M1S. Yeah, now that I'm kind of thinking on it, there's not a lot of mechanics that can actually kill them. Like the solution in M1S to most mechanics now is literally them spreading and stacking a lot of mid. Like the more I think about it, there's nothing else. Every mechanic is literally spread and survive.
Keep it middle
Just
here.
keep in the middle. Yep. All right.
We are mid.
Okay. Hold on. How do they do rolls is what I want to know. The next time they break the platforms, I want to know how did they do specifically like the rolls? Did they like somehow just spread or did they all just invul?
Move once, yeah.
That's what I want to know. Because everything else is pretty much just spread into mechanics. Stand still at mechanic result, pretty much.
All right.
Have the first unmove, just go north.
Okay.
Just make it
First,
predictable.
first not moving is always north.
Just make it predictable.
This is being
Stop.
moved. You're getting knocked to where the party is.
Uh-huh.
I'm being knocked to where you guys are again. Play move.
Wait,
move.
hold on. Is that what they did? Hold the fucking phone.
You're getting knocked.
Don't
to where
turn
the
now.
party
There you
is.
go. They just stack together. They just stacked together. Nothing fucking happened.
I'm being knocked to where you guys are again. Poi move. Poi move. Poi move. It's on me.
Oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay. All good. Well, now
You're
it's on
fine.
boy. Oh, yeah.
Now I
Now
have
it's on boy.
voked.
Sometimes you just gotta yell.
What?
All good. Well, now
You're
it's on
fine.
boy. Oh, yeah.
Now I
Now
have
it's on boy.
voked.
Okay, splintering nails. They're kind of loosely pre-spread.
Sometimes you just gotta yell, man.
So they just survive. I barely see any mid on them too. On the boss, I'm not seeing much of anything either other than the dots. So you just need to be a tank? Is that it? Is that how easy that mechanic is? Oh, golly. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Poison Vision, hi. I'm oh, there you go. Some context. Ooh. Hi, I'm Poi from this group and just wanted to give my 2 cents here. I've been organizing these pickup groups for all tank content for a little over a year now, and I think few things go under the radar looking in. Thirdly, as amazing paramedic mentioned below, everyone in this group has cleared the tier completely, and we have a few World Prog racers as well. That is actually a good point. Like, experience and gear will make a difference. Like, remember when people were mad about Xeno clearing a dungeon solo? Like, Xeno clears content week 1. He's kind of a good player. Not every, little Stevie is not gonna clear a dungeon solo just because Xeno can. But, the healer strike is a healer strike, or whatever the fuck you clowns said on the forums. I'm still salty about you all betraying me. None of you did shit. There are certainly some nuance to healing without having readily available heals and mistakes. Wounds, DDs, or other punishments often lead to wipes. Older players here are playing at an extremely high level, and more than likely most people will not be taking this approach. That is true. Not everyone has the capacity to think past strategy made by Hector guide. Cooldowns, random, probably. Not everyone has the brain the brain traffic to be able to specifically be able to figure out strategies and how to make certain compositions work. Not everyone can, unfortunately. It is what it is. Thirdly, in my own opinion, oh wait, hold on. Secondly, I completely agree with the damage check on this fight is very low. That is true. We did P9S week 8 with near Biss on about 6 tanks. Here, about half of the group were sitting at 710 pentamelded, and 6 out of 8 of our players were under 715. We also only have 3 weapons. Dark Knight, Paladin, if people are wondering. Okay, so it's not even full biz group. Oh no! Okay, so the fight is kind of shit then. Oh no. Thirdly, in my own opinion, I personally don't feel the problem here is a healer problem. Doing Party Finder and watching friends has made it apparent that good healers will aid in progression and clears much more than we give them credit for. Thanks. Past week, 4-5, that's another story. But for now, groups benefit greatly from the healer role. The bigger issue here, again, my own opinion, is how loaded tank kits are and the amount of active and passive mitigation they have. True, but I like my mid. Please don't take it away. Passive tank traits and sky-high HP pools are the real culprits here. Tanks are soloing partner stacks without even blinking. I don't even know how they can fix it, but it's definitely a problem for the balancing of outgoing damage from the fights. I love healers and appreciate them all. Healers carry a lot of the burden week 1-2 clears and poor play from pugs or statics. We did this so early because the numbers said we were close and hopefully to prove a point, and send a message that there are problems. If anyone has questions or anything, yada yada yada. He does have a point. Yeah, the balancing is kind of shit then. If, like, the only way I can imagine fixing this, specifically, instead of, like, high health pools, just give them higher, like, just a passive damage mitigation. Just a passive damage mitigation, right? Let's say they just passively mitigate 15% of incoming damage from the boss that they are attacking. They have to attack, they cannot just be willy-nilly. But then their health bars, like health pools, would be a bit closer down to earth to the rest of the team. Kinda. They still need kind of a higher health pool, but not that high. Because then, like, balancing would be a lot easier, because balancing would be across the entire team and not just, like, tanks can solo a lot of things. Like, I love that tanks can solo a lot of things and carry a lot of pulls. But if this is actually what's happening, I don't know if they cleared more than one fight, but if this is actually happening, there might be a bit of a problem with balancing. I'm glad that it's going in this direction, to be fair, instead of like how it was in Abysses, where people were struggling to fucking meet DPS checks and damage every fucking raid wight had a bleed. Like, I'm happy that it's going in this direction, but it needs to change a bit. Not because of, like, specifically the tanks, but because, by proxy, if this can be cleared by tanks, healer job will be even less fun to play than it already is. The answer to the healer problem is very simple. Either give healers more than a glare spam DPS rotation, or nerf the ever-loving shit out of tank self-sustain. I feel like self-sustain could still remain. But I feel like they need a bit more individual skills in terms of mitigation. Neither show any signs of happening at the moment, and if anything, they've tripled down on the status quo. Nerfing the tank self-sustain wouldn't harm top players. That is a good point. It would definitely harm specifically people on the lower end that enjoy Warrior just because it helps them clear content that nobody's queuing up for. I don't know. This is like a very complicated conversation here. How would we balance this? Like, we can either make healers more necessary, but then it would feel like people are forced to play healers. Or we try to make healers fun, but fun is subjective. Fun can either make healers more complicated or more simple, or it's hard to tell. Honestly, anyone in the comments is like, just let me know, like, what do you guys think? How do you feel like we would be able to fix the balance of all this? Like, I guess, like, the most simple and straightforward thing they could do, make fights harder. Hit harder and take more damage to clear. But then we're gonna have the Abysses problem, where people were struggling to clear it. Even, like, the top teams were having trouble clearing content on patch. Well, I say on patch, but, like, week 1. I don't know. This is a whole conversation. Anyone from the healer strike, you guys, shush. I don't want to fucking hear that right now. I want specifically people with the opinion on how to fix this. Solutions, ideas. Give me that. I'm actually curious about this conversation. We're gonna roll back to this conversation if I have enough comments that we can kind of just have a proper conversation about this, and I'll make another video. But until then, it's like I need to think about this as well right now. Because before the problem was just healers are not fun to play and not as necessary. But now content itself is making us unnecessary, not just other jobs, just content itself. So this is definitely something we need to talk about.